rewards all season long. The only thing harder than picking which casino game to play is deciding on a photo for your holiday card.
Everyone can play for a daily share of 150 million spins on featured games over 14 days. The crown is yours.
Short on nothing, big on weekend. Only on Royal Caribbean.
As the parent of a newborn, there are a lot of things you want to RSVP yes to. New parent meetup? Yes. A healthy, happy baby? Yes. You'll also want to say yes to talking with your pediatrician about RSV, including the option of immunization, which is 90% effective in preventing hospitalization. So this RSV season, RSVP yes to talking with your pediatrician about RSV, and go to healthychildren.org for additional need-to-know info. RSVP yes today.
At Nursery Animal League America, we help pet lovers find unconditional love through pet adoption.
When we brought Seamus home, he completed our family.
He completed our family. She completed our family.
As the world's largest no-kill animal rescue and adoption organization, we've rescued over 1.2 million animals. Our shelter partners nationwide heal and nurture pets so they're ready to go to caring homes.
Thank you.
Find a shelter near you at animalleague.org.
Start of the fourth quarter in D.C. and Yankees Hot Stove presented by Hexclad reignites on Monday as Yes's baseball experts are back from the break to give you the inside scoop on the Bronx Bombers offseason moves. That's the first Yankees Hot Stove of the new year, Monday at 7 o'clock on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Ooh, we got a lot of Yankees hats in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Did she borrow his too?
Yeah, actually, I don't know what just happened. Was that, hey, yeah, you can have your hat back, or...
Did she know she was going to be on TV?
Might be. Might be. That was actually really impressive.
If I pulled my Yankees hat out of my bag,
do we get more? You're saying we get more on cameras that way? Nice block on the recovery by Traore. Stay with Washington. So Jordy Fernandez has talked all season, really since he took over last year, about winning your minutes, not caring what the circumstance or score is, how much time's left in the game, how many minutes you've already played in the game. These minutes are critical, and forming good habits like the steal that Traore just came up with, and then absorbing the contact and getting to the free throw line are great examples of that.
Well, and these are, we talked about it before the game, but opportunities. These are all players that are either fighting to be a part of the rotation, fighting for their place here, fighting for their place in the league, quite frankly, and just having an opportunity to get these experience. You cannot replicate game minutes. It doesn't matter how much you're playing or what you're doing or practicing, simulating moments like this. So to your point, regardless of what the score is, still trying to figure out ways to problem solve and get better, improve. And I know there's frustration from all of these guys. You're looking at the youngest teams entering this season. We had already mentioned 10 players on the Wizards under 22 years old, but the Nets by average are the youngest team in the league, and there's going to be some growing pains with that. But a part of it is trying to take advantage, and especially doing so without your top three scorers on the floor and how much gravity that they bring. So how do you feel some of those roles and responsibilities?
On the attack, Johnson on the pull-up. He's got a dozen in 20 minutes of action on just 7 field goal attempts. And you think about a lot of the teams that have quickly turned around their young cores over the last couple of years. The #1 team in the Eastern Conference right now is the Detroit Pistons, who went from a 14-win team to a team on the brink of advancing last year in the playoffs, and now feels like they're ready to compete at the highest level for a title. Carrington comes up short, and Bagley's there to clean it up. Bagley, a perfect 5 for 5 off the bench. Think about the Houston Rockets, who quickly turned their young core as they developed, but it was challenging times. Oklahoma City winning the title last year, they had challenging times before they finally gelled, and all of those young players, those uber young players, that's going to be a travel call by Scott Foster, they all had to develop mostly physically and then certainly mentally along with it.
Well, and that's what Jordy Fernandez has talked about. You mentioned it, not just just the habits, but also there's a difference between just creating those winning habits. Even if you're not winning games, it's all about just the process that you're going about with it. And I think there's certain instances in the context of this game you look at that Washington has outworked or out-hustled or just have been more intentional with how they're playing.
Bagley gets inside. Riley will try. And he's got the three. Jordy Fernandez has assembled a phenomenal staff around him. We saw what Steve Hetzel did when he took over in Jordy's absence, leading the team to a win. He shouted out Juwan Howard before the game and what he's done with the big men in particular. And we've seen a great performance in the first start of the season for Day'Ron Sharpe with 14 points in 30 minutes. Juwan, of course, a long playing career himself, and then ended in Miami with some championships, then joined that coaching staff, learned under Eric Spoelstra, has been a head coach at his alma mater for 5 years at Michigan, and then back in the NBA where he's most comfortable. He's loved being a part of this organization, and honestly, he loves working with Jordy Fernandez. Every time you talk to him, he gushes about what Jordy's all about and the vibes that he brings on a daily basis.
You could say across the board, this entire coaching staff, you can't say enough about what they've been able to do. And for as much as we talk about Jordy Fernandez, that's a big part of it. It is shared responsibility. But everybody needs to dig deep at this point, and especially just with these players having opportunities in a game like this.
Sarr can't hit on the three, and a rebound falls to Dillman. Out there with Wolf, Clowney, Williams, and Traore. There is Traore on the attack. Spray out. Williams, 10 to shoot. It's Dillman on the outside. Wolf looking to get past Sarr, cut him off. Wolf, show and go, hooks it up and in.
A tough take and make over a very good defender and shot blocker.
Danny Wolf now with 6 points in 26 minutes to go with 4 rebounds. Riley, good cut off by Traore. Wolf ahead of the pack. Wolf to the rim, and he sneaks it past Sarr for the bucket. Timeout called by Washington. Back to back for Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf going right at Alex Sarr off the play. Does a good job creating an angle and some space underneath. And Danny Wolf gets a bucket, but he did lose a shoe. Not on that one. Nice little pump fake, finish at the end. There we go, the show and go, the hook over the top. Here we go, on the push. Whoop.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. And go deeper than ever before with all the stats and insights you want, all in one place. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey.
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Hawks, Pelicans, Raptors, dinosaur parlay.
Okay.
I feel like mascots should affect the over-under, no? Try saying player props 3 times fast. Player props, player props, player props. A little easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. Ooh, betting in space? I'll be honest, I think the moon's overrated. I'm sorry. Back to my original thought.
Oh, my God.
New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win.
Hey, I have a fever.
I don't feel so good either.
1 hour delivery. Because life doesn't stop for sick days. Neither do we. Walgreens.
From day one, LeBron honed his skills until he became the chosen one. But what if the world never got to see all he could do? Things would look a lot different. That's why the LeBron James Family Foundation is partnering with Indeed, because everyone's skills deserve a chance to be seen.
The Brooklyn Nets select Danny Wolf.
Yo, Danny Wolf, welcome to Brooklyn.
Wolf with a runway and a throwdown.
What'd you call a lost wolf? A werewolf. That's good. Good.
It comes down to being ready for when your name's called and just taking advantage of the opportunity.
103-81. everyone, cooking up something special with HexClad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. Well, Day'Ron Sharpe, you see his most recent action. Last night, a career-high 7 assists. Saturday at Minnesota, perfect 5 for 5 with 10 points. And then in Philadelphia, the 11 rebounds. Tonight, making the start, 14 points, 9 boards, and 2 blocks for Day-Day. Been effective as Nick Claxton has missed his first game of the season. It started all 31, the only player on the Nets to start every game coming in. Bob Carrington with confidence. A little strong, but a second chance for Coulibaly. Now they've got the majority of the starting unit packed in for Washington after the mini Danny Wolf run. Collin can't hit. Wolf claims another board. He's off to the races. Trailer is Dioman. Pump, drive, around for a little bit strong of a finish. Foreman is gone here in the fourth. Carrington tries again. And Wolf again has a rebound. 8 points, 6 boards, and assists and a steal in 27 minutes for Danny Wolf. Now it's Traore's turn. Two-man game with the rookies. The cross, the drive, high off the window. Traore scores.
That's a smooth take by Nolan Traore. I'm talking about getting downhill in a tough finish.
We've seen how good of a defender Sarr is. He's had some really impressive moments. He got past him in just enough space. How about Dioman in the open court? Had it stripped by Carrington. Stay with Brooklyn with 7:27 to play.
This is a smooth take by Nolan Traore. He got a little bit of a runway using his quickness and speed to get ahead, and then a high finish. Top of the glass against Sarr. We saw Danny Wolf do it. A little bit more aggressiveness by Brooklyn getting to the basket here these last couple possessions. And we say a lot, the inability to get stops and flow into the offense oftentimes makes this side so much harder.
And Clowney, they really needed him to have one of his top days. He's now 0 for 7 from 3, 1 for 11 from the floor. On the attack, Coulibaly stops and hits.
And I think the thing when we've talked about missing a Michael Porter Jr., missing Nick Claxton.
Oh, the teardrop over the top of Sarr for Zaire Williams.
Man, everyone just keeps going right at Sarr and right to the basket here off a transition. But everyone else's looks.
It's going to be a foul called on the loose ball. Carrington just swiped down on Clowney.
Zaire Williams going again on the attack, using the quickness and being able to create some angles, shoot over the top once again. But without those guys, everyone else's looks aren't quite as clean. So it's not just about the numbers or missing that type of production, but it's missing the attention they get on the floor. And so now defenders can play other guys a little bit tighter and don't have to hedge as much.
There's going to be a foul as Clowney went to go set the screen, ends up on the deck. And Sarr had some words after the fact for Scott Foster, which got pointed towards the Washington bench. Now Scott Foster walking towards the scorer's table. Let's see what he says.
Criteria for a flagrant foul.
All right. Was it a full shove? Two hands to the back from Sarr on Clowney. Doesn't look like anything super egregious, but quick. They will go to the monitor and see if they should be upgrading this one.
Probably could go either way. Clear push.
Yes.
To your point, it's not overly extra, but there's not. Yeah, I have a feeling this may be upgraded.
I wouldn't disagree. Trying to hear what the songs are going with. I'm always
After
curious.
years been determined the foul on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1 for unnecessary contact, using 2 hands to shove the screener to the floor. Clowney will shoot 2, and they'll retain possession of the ball.
Again, Scott Foster right to the point.
Do you ever dream of
So,
like, are you gonna I can't sing, but I thought you were going to. It is Candy Rain.
No, you're correct. I was really enjoying the rendition of it.
No one enjoys my renditions of anything, but I do enjoy Soul for Real, and I love that song.
I always just love to hear the decisions made by each building when there's being something
I told
reviewed.
the story too many times that I got kicked out of a singing class.
You got kicked out of a singing
class? Well, I got told not to come back, and they gave me my money back.
How old were you?
24.
Oh, no.
I was a full-on adult. Yeah, I was trying to, add a hobby.
You were trying to learn to sing?
It was a beginner singing class, and
that's wrong.
I love to sing.
No,
I know I'm not a good. I know my place. I know I'm not a good singer, but I love to sing. And so I was like, this is good. I thought maybe it was good for. I fell into TV, so here I am. So I was like, this will help my voice. I don't know what's happening. And it was an 8-week course. It was one night a week for 3 hours, whatever. And it was the third week, and my teacher told me that I wasn't allowed to come back into class, and I was taking time from the other kids, the other people.
That's wrong on so many levels.
I felt that way, and I was like, but I am really enjoying this, and I'll try harder. And she's like, no, I just see no way that you're going to improve. She said, don't worry, I'll give you your money back. I was like, I don't want my money, I want my pride.
That's wrong. That couldn't be more wrong.
Well, it's made me
stronger.
It's made me realize I should not say.
No, you see, that's the thing. This is not like a bizarro version of Footloose. This is life. You're allowed to do as you please.
For another singing
I
class?
think it's time.
Okay.
I think enough time has passed. It's ready. I think that you need to face the fear head on now.
I really appreciate you.
This is what I'm here. I'm like a Flavor Flav with a headset. Sarr will go to the free throw line. His first attempts of the night. That's the one area that Brooklyn has had a just clear advantage tonight. 24 free throw attempts for the Nets. They made 22 of them. Washington now just 10 for 11 after that first one from Sarr. The Wizards are third to last in the NBA in free throws made per game at less than 17. Sarr does hit on a pair. Adds to his already productive night. Midway through this fourth quarter, Brooklyn, barring a crazy comeback, is staring down at 0-6 start on the second night of back-to-back. But Yeoman shows off his sweet stroke from the outside. Now 2 for 4 from downtown.
And part of it, you just want to feel good in how you finish off this game. And there's still a decent amount of time left.
That's a good start to rip. From Drake Powell, it's going to be Nets basketball.
We know how quickly things can shift and change. Start making some three-point shots, create some extra possessions here on the defensive side. Take care of the basketball. This is a great job by Drake Powell, just hands in.
How can Brooklyn capitalize? They've trailed by as many as 28, and it's back to 15, looking for more. Wolf had it knocked away. Man couldn't put it back in, trying to tip it through. Instead, it's Sarr who bear hugs the ball and gets the possession for Washington. A whistle, a lot of action, and Sarr is battling with some words after the fact. Looked like they pointed towards Terrence Mann initially.
Well, he's been...
And then it's Sarr who came back
pushing
around.
one another, yeah.
See right there. I'll tell you one thing about Terrence is he is unafraid.
Yes.
Anything or anybody. And he's got a whole lot of pride sticking up for himself. As Carrington will sit, Trey Johnson will come back on. He's played 23 minutes so far, scored 12 points on 7 shots. Looking to get it in and does for Sarr. Right back to Johnson. Sarr already has the one technical foul. So if they can get to him again, just over 5 minutes remaining, he would be done for the night as Mann picks up his second foul. Third team foul on Brooklyn. The other thing to keep in mind is Brooklyn's in the bonus the rest of the way in this fourth quarter as well. Washington already over the limit. Coulibaly, Euro, and he's bumped. And if it's man, he's got 3 fouls in less than 30 seconds.
Foul charge against the Nets, number 14, Terrence Mann, his third team support.
Coulibaly to the free throw line for his 5th and 6th attempts of the night. Can get himself into double figures here. Well, Sunday on Yes, the Nets are back at Barclays Center for a matchup with the Denver Nuggets. Coverage begins at 3 o'clock with the FanDuel Nets pregame, with tip-off scheduled for shortly after 3:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Well, we talked a lot about the Nuggets that are injured. Jamal Murray is having an extraordinary start to the season. Speaking of someone playing like an all-star.
It would be his first all-star appearance should he make it this year.
Wild thing.
You could make the argument right now, and CJ McCollum's probably on this list as well. Guys who have never made an all-star as the most talented guys to claim that for a while. Mike Conley was on that list, and it was only a matter of time before he finally got there, which he did. Feels like it could be Murray's time this year. Long strides to the rim. Man with a rebound. A little 3-on-3 back the other way. Man finds the trailing Wolf for the bucket. It's a 12-point game with 4:20 remaining.
Hey, good little push here by Brooklyn, and a big part. And we're locked in here on this defensive end. Try and quicken the pace here.
McCollum on the drive. Open look. It's Sarr. It's a 3.
It's a big shot.
17 points for Sarr. Clowney's response, not there. Rebound tapped by Mann, claimed by McCollum. Under 4 to play. Down the middle, leave it for Sarr. So the Nets got it to a dozen. Back-to-back buckets by Sarr makes it 17. That one knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Will stay here.
And there's a lot of areas to look at, but we'll keep pointing to 2 that are most evident of this lead that Washington has taken. Their ability to create points off turnovers, already with 26, and holding the Nets to under 22% from 3 to 6 of 28.
You know, with New York Lottery Plus, you can get even more.
No way, Jose. What's up your sleeve?
Nothing. Enter more tickets, get more points.
Ah, come on. What's up here?
Nothing. Really. Even trying scratch-off and draw games gets you points.
There has to be something. Where is it?
You can put them toward chances to win gift cards, cash prizes, and more.
Introducing New York Lottery Plus. Download the app, sign up, get more.
You told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't.
Price check in pharmacy.
All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
Connections are everywhere, across global markets and sectors. Some are harder to see. But when you work with Barclays Investment Bank, you get an integrated team of experts who connect you with the financial data, insights, and solutions to reveal new possibilities. Barclays, powering possible.
Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
Time's running out to find clearance deals during Happy Honda Days. So act fast for our biggest savings of the season and get a great offer on a 2025 Accord, Pilot, or Ridgeline. All part of Kelley Blue Book's 2025 Best Value brand.
Driving in a Honda Wonderland.
Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today while the clearance deals last.
The drive of the game, presented by your local Tri-State Genesis retailer.
This is a good one. Take a look at this, starting at the defensive side. A dime by Joman up to Noah Clowney, who has a strong jump through and finish. Nice play there in the break by Brooklyn early on in this one for your Genesis drive of the game.
Clowney with 8 points. He has remained aggressive. He does have 4 steals in 27 minutes of action. As he got the start again tonight, he continues in his starting role. He had double digits in 22 games this season coming in. He did that 26 times in his first 2 years combined. Another example of a guy who came in so young when he got to the NBA. Doesn't turn 22 years old until July 14th. There's some rookies this year who are 23, 24, 25 years old. Wolf can't finish inside. Rebound for man, a second chance, taken away. Coulibaly with the sneak attack. Powell steps up on McCollum. Dancing with the basketball. It's the veteran on the rookie. Zooms around the perimeter. Coulibaly, a chance at the free throw line.
Washington's been passing the ball really well. We talked about this quite a bit, but you continue to see just the growth of a variety of players. Coulibaly being one of them, but just how they have evolved together, in particular these last couple of weeks. And for the Nets, you mentioned it, EJ Liddell getting an opportunity here. But I think these moments, too, though, are good for players to recognize just areas of weakness or what it feels like having added responsibility, how they respond to it, and how they'll respond to it now Sunday. You hope that you get Michael Porter Jr. back and Nick Claxton back. Cam Thomas should be available to play as well.
Talk to coaches around the NBA, and that's generally the sentiment that they have, is you turn what feels like something that's going to be detrimental in many ways. As Diome is a little strong on the three, Sarr claims his 6th rebound. You turn that into positives, and that's been the case with a number of teams. We mentioned the Denver Nuggets being a team that's severely dealing with the injury bug. We've seen that at times this year with the Memphis Grizzlies, who have had to go without major pieces, still haven't had a single game played by one of their top signings in Ty Jerome this year. No Scottie Pippen Jr. for a single game this season. Only 2 of Brandon Clark. Cleveland Cavaliers were the #1 team in the Eastern Conference last year. And talk to any of those coaches, and those are only just a few examples of teams that around the league are dealing with some similar circumstances. You talk to any of the coaches, and they mention exactly what you said. You can get younger players now these opportunities to become more initiators, to learn what it's like to have the ball in their hands, to learn what it's like in the positions that those guys have to play on a nightly basis, so that now you have the internal knowledge to help make their life easier when they do come back and they are healthy and they're back in the lineup ready to go. So we'll see what it looks like with MPJ back in there, with Cam Thomas back in there, with Nick Claxton back in there, and so on and so forth. You just expect that this team is going to keep growing together, and Jordi Fernandez has liked the effort that he's seen.
And in many cases gives you greater appreciation for what those guys do and how they make the game easier for you.
McCollum on the outside, get it out of his hands. Trey Johnson has had some impressive moments so far tonight. A rookie out of Texas, showing why he was such a high pick. The force doesn't go, and that's going to be Brooklyn ball with 2:05 to play. All about running through the tape at this point. If you're Brooklyn, had it to within 12, trailed by as many as 28. And you narrow the eventual final deficit. Already put up more points than they did last night. 96 in the loss to Houston. Wolf circles. Wolf blocked, but a foul. Johnson thought he got him cleanly. Instead, Wolf's going to get 2 free throws. .6 rebounds, 2 assists for Danny Wolf, and a chance to get Brooklyn into triple digits here tonight in D.C., feeling the effects after the drive. They have been clamoring for free food with 2 misses. And the Nets have given the opportunity, staying open. Tonight after the final buzzer, keep it here for the Honda Nets postgame show. Get highlights, insights, and full player and coach reaction. All coming up right here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
This is the loudest this building has been all night.
They go home hungry in D.C. Danny Wolf, ice cold.
As he gets booed.
He might be the most hated man at Capital One Arena right now.
Frickin' for chicken.
It's everywhere. It doesn't matter what's happening in the game. As the slip by Carrington results in a bucket, it could be Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And I think the loudest it would get is for free food.
100.
For Ore, no. Final 1:15 as Washington is on their way to win number 9 on the season. They have completely turned around the vibes after the really poor start to the season. Began 3-20. As McCollum can add 2 more. The follow goes for Champagnie. What a night with 20 off the bench. Wizards lost 14 consecutive games from October 24th to November 25th. As Gilman can't bank it home, Wizards off to the races again. It's a remarkable turnaround over the last 3 weeks or so, and a ton of credit to Brian Keefe and his staff for keeping his team engaged. They came out with a purpose tonight and delivered another offensive exhibition, shooting 51% from the floor, 38% from 3, with 25 team assists, and capitalizing 28 points off Brooklyn turnovers for Jordi Fernandez. Severely shorthanded in this game, and will fall to 10-22 after these final 17.9 seconds. They hope the reinforcements are on the way before Denver comes to town on Sunday. Traore will bring it across and is content to dribble it out. Well, Brooklyn led by 2 early in this game. It was Washington the rest of the way. The Wizards dominate 119-99, the final score, as Washington gets win number 9 on the season. We'll be back to wrap it all up from D.C. after the Nets lose their 3rd in a row on the 2nd night of a back-to-back.
Engines rev, are you listening? Fun to drive, fuel efficient, such beautiful stuff. We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again, Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey.
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Hawks, Pelicans, Raptors, dinosaur parlay.
Okay.
I feel like mascots should affect the over-under, no? Try saying player props 3 times fast. Player props, player props, player props. A little easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. Ooh, betting in space? I'll be honest, I think the moon's overrated. I'm sorry. Back to my original thought.
Oh, my God.
New customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win.
The dunk of the game, presented by Bigelow Tea.
We had some nice plays here tonight. Drake Powell with one of them, starting at the defensive end, just shoots the gap and does a great job at the throwdown, picks up a foul to go all along with it for the and-one opportunity. Drake Powell showing great activity here tonight in many flashes, and that was your Bigelow Tea dunk of the game.
There's 14 points off the bench for Powell as it wraps it up from Capital One Arena. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the Honda post-game show with Nancy Newman. Special thanks to producer Josh Isaac, director John Purcell, Mike Webb, and our executive producer is Jared Ames Boschnack. Join us again Sunday as the Nets take on the Nuggets at Barclays Center. Coverage begins at 3 o'clock on Yes, with tip-off coming shortly after 3:30. Once again, the final score, Washington 119, Brooklyn 99, as the Nets drop their third in a row. For Sarah Kustok, Megan Triplett, our entire Yes Network crew, I'm Noah Eagle saying so long from Washington, D.C.
Brooklyn Nets select Danny Wolf.
Yo, Danny Wolf, welcome to Brooklyn.
Wolf with a runway and the throwdown. Oh, that may get too high.
Chill, Danny. Ayo, sheesh.
What do you call a lost wolf? A werewolf. That's good. Good.
A wolf among sheep.
It comes down to being ready for when your name's called and just taking advantage of the opportunity.
Welcome to the Honda Nets postgame show on Yes. I'm Nancy Newman. Brooklyn comes up short in the first road game of 2026. The Nets, they were missing their top three scorers, so we knew this one would have a different look. It did. Despite a fourth quarter push, it was the home team, the Wizards, who would prevail in this one. The home team led most of the way. Here are the full game highlights from Capital One Arena, and here we go. First quarter, Wizards up 6. The Nets get out in transition here. Yegor Jomin finding Noah Clowney. The bucket plus the foul, it's a three-point game very, very early. A couple of possessions later, this time the Nets turn it over. Koulibaly finds a wide open C.J. McCollum. He would knock down the three. He had a game. The Wizards up 20-12. Under 4 minutes left in the opening frame, Zaire Williams fooling the defender, little pump fake, and then drilling it from the top of the key. Wizards still up 26-22. Final seconds of the first quarter, Justin Champagnie getting the inbound and getting the buzzer beater to go from beyond the arc. Wizards lead 37-24 at the end of the first. Second quarter, Nolan Traore's defense leads to the steal and the easy layup at the other end to bring down the lead to single digits. Middle of the second now, McCollum, Alex Sarr connecting, give and go. McCollum, little floater. Wizards up 56-42, 64-50 at break time. We're in the third now. The Wizards continue their hot shooting. McCollum at the top of the key for three. Middle of the third. Alex Sarr, watch the spin move here. And the throwdown to extend the lead, 78-62. Under 4 minutes left in the third. McCollum again finding Champagnie in the corner from deep. Wizards adding to it, 87-65. Time winding down in the quarter. Carrington putting the move on Nolan Traore. He loses balance, and Carrington then hits the three to end the quarter. That kind of night. Late, Wizards still in control. Sarr from long range to more than seal the deal. 119-99, the final count. The final stats brought to you by Honda as Washington shoots better than 50% from the floor. One positive for the Nets, the impressive 25 of 28 showing from the foul line. But the Wizards had the edge in points in the paint and points off turnovers. Now, prior to the game, we told you that this Wizards team is one of the youngest in the NBA, but they do have one very important veteran in the lineup, and that, of course, is C.J. McCollum. He certainly made an impact. The 34-year-old who just last game tallied the 16,000th point of his career, got off to a strong start in this one, scoring 10 points in the first quarter, hitting all but one of his 5 shots. He had an efficient night overall, finishing with 17 points, shooting 7 of 14 from the floor. He was a plus 18 in his 31 minutes of action. It was another solid night against the Nets for C.J. McCollum, who is averaging just under 19 points per game in 20 career meetings with Brooklyn. His Wizards have now won 6 of their last 10 games overall this season. There's still so much more to come here on the Honda Nets post-game show. We will check out the out-of-town scoreboard when we come back, and we'll hear from the head coach, Jordi Fernandez. Stay with us on Yes on the Gotham Sports app.
The Nets postgame show on Yes is presented by Honda. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Connections are everywhere, across global markets and sectors. Some are harder to see. But when you work with Barclays Investment Bank, you get an integrated team of experts who connect you with the financial data, insights, and solutions to reveal new possibilities. Barclays, powering possible.
This road, that road, with T-Mobile, you're covered either way. On the largest satellite-to-mobile network, you're connected. Now where do I leave my truck?
Engines rev, are you listening? Fun to drive, fuel efficient, such beautiful stuff. We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again, Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
You know, with New York Lottery Plus, you can get even more.
No way, Jose. What's up your sleeve?
Nothing. Enter more tickets, get more points.
Oh, come on. What's up here?
Nothing. Really. Even trying scratch-off and draw games gets you points.
There has to be something. Where is it?
You can put them toward chances to win gift cards, cash prizes, and more.
Introducing New York Lottery Plus. Download the app, sign up, get more.
Find something extraordinary at the Genesis Signature event. Now is the best time to enjoy exclusive offers. Lease the G70 for $299 per month or get 1.99% APR. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
The Brooklyn Nets select Danny Wolf.
Now Danny Wolf, welcome to Brooklyn. Wolf with a runway and a throwdown.
It comes down to being ready for when your name's called and just taking advantage of the opportunity.
Welcome back. Programming note Saturday afternoon on Yes. Tune in for an Atlantic 10 Conference Women's Coops matchup as St. Bonaventure battles Richmond at 3 p.m. Do not miss the Bonnies Saturday on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. It is always great to have you with us here on the Honda Nets postgame show. We'll get you back to our game in just a moment. But up next on the Nets schedule, they will take on the Denver Nuggets in Brooklyn, and the Nuggets are banged up, to say the least. 4 of the 5 regular starters, including MVP candidate Nikola Jokic, they're sidelined with injuries. And tonight, they put their depth to the test in Cleveland. Let's take a look. Pictures, Nuggets and Cavaliers. Early in the second quarter, Jared Allen, old friend, swatting the Peyton Watson dunk attempt, leading to a Donovan Mitchell dunk at the other end. How good was that? 32-26, Cleveland lead it. Under 5 minutes until break time, Jamal Murray doing his best to fill the void without Jokic drilling the step-back 3. Ahead we go, beginning of the third quarter, 62-all, Jalen Pickett in the paint. The contested jumper goes. Very close game. Under 4 minutes to go in the third now. Darius Garland open in the corner, hits the 3. Tie game again, 81-all. They play on late in the fourth quarter, and coming into this game, the Cavaliers had won 2 in a row, 4 of their last 6. For the Nuggets, this was their second game since Jokic's injury, and they beat Toronto in the first one. Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell going shot for shot tonight. Elsewhere, Magic and Bulls now. Early in the second quarter here, Jalen Suggs Step back three, knocking it down. Magic lead 35-27. Later in the quarter, Bataze, the steal. He finds Anthony Black for the slam. Magic lead 50-48. Just a few plays later, Patrick Williams driving baseline, getting it to go, tying up the ball game, 52 apiece. Late in the second, Kevin Huerter, he'll take the pass and he'll do the rest. Again tied, 59 all. It's 87-86 Chicago in the third. The Bulls came into this one having won 7 of their last 10 games, and they still have work to do in this one. The Magic entered tonight as the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, while the Bulls were in the number 9 spot. Here are some other notable games on this Friday night schedule. The Spurs take down the Pacers without Wemby, while the Hawks are handling the Knicks. The Suns had a 4-game winning streak snapped on Wednesday, so they're looking to bounce back versus the Kings. Giannis and the Bucks, they're battling with Charlotte, and a little later, it's the NBA leading Thunder in Golden State to take on the Warriors. Let's take another quick break here on the Honda Nets post-game show. Still to come, more reaction from Washington, including the post-game thoughts of the head coach, Jordi Fernandez. Stay with us.
The Nets post-game show on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. This could be your lucky play.
Engines rev, are you listening? Fun to drive, fuel efficient, such beautiful stuff. We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again, Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
Customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, play your game.
You told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't.
Price check in pharmacy.
All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
Find something extraordinary at the Genesis Signature event. Now is the best time to enjoy exclusive offers. Lease the GB70 for $349 per month or get 1.99% APR. Exclusively at your tri-state Genesis retailers.
Cool, iPhone 17?
I switched to T-Mobile.
You get 4 iPhone 17s on them.
Wait, who's taking the picture?
At T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 17s with their amazing cameras on us. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
Smile, it's an Elfie.
Brooklyn Nets select